Hi, welcome to the Coach Thyna show. I'm your host today, and people don't talk to the single mothers as much as they should. I'm just happy that I get to share this truth with anyone who has a baby but is still single. You might be a divorcee, so you were married before and you had children, or you just had a baby outside wedlock. I want to tell you today that it's not over. Here, I'll be sharing with you 3 things I badly want to tell single mothers. And if you're watching me and you know anyone who is single and has a baby, please send this video to them because I know that it will bless them absolutely by the grace of God who inspired me to make this video for you. Let's get right into the video. The first thing I want to tell you as a single mother is you don't necessarily have to build a relationship with your baby daddy. That's whoever got you pregnant and the relationship did not work, or you guys are not married anymore, or he's now with someone else, he's married or trying to come back into your life. Whatever the situation is, I want you to know that you are not at fault for choosing not to build a relationship with him, especially if it was a toxic relationship. Because what people do is they try and make sure that they end up with their baby father so their child knows that they have one dad. No, sometimes you can give your child a new father. And I want you to understand that because all of us who are born again were adopted by God through Jesus Christ. You can give your daughter or your son a new father by adoption through marriage. So please don't be under any pressure to make it work with your baby daddy if you see that it's not working. This is a very sensitive topic and a sensitive conversation to have, but I want you to know that whatever has happened in the past that has brought this child into your life, please first see it as a blessing. Don't for 1 second wish you didn't get pregnant when you did. Of course, there will be regrets, but don't make it define your life. You can still open the curtains for the sun to hit your face. And that's one thing you don't want to do with keeping your baby daddy in your circle, having video calls with him. Now, if he wants to greet his child, that's fine. If he wants to talk to his child or spend time with his child, that's okay. But you must remove every emotional connection with your baby daddy for the sake of your intending love life, for the one you desire. You have to be deliberate that I must not make any new man who comes into my life think my baby daddy is a threat to him. Let me tell you, this is another reason why most women are still single. Most single mothers, they have made their baby daddy an idol. They always talk about him. And I didn't know this is the factor for men. So let me give you an instance. Let me tell you a story. Many years ago, one of my role models or mentor, I would say, was single at the time. So he was saying that he wanted to marry this lady and he likes this lady, right? But if he says, oh, nice shoes, she'll say, yeah, my ex got it for me. Nice perfume. Oh, this perfume, it was my ex who actually introduced me to the perfume. Can you believe that he had to break up with her because he believed that she wasn't done with her ex? And no man, men are usually very competitive. No man is going to feel comfortable with you when they see that you have idolized your baby daddy. If you're mad at him, you're always talking about him. If he did something, you're always talking about it with your new friends, with your new male friends. Men get uneasy. So please don't build a relationship with him if he's not in your life. All right? That's the first thing I want you to know. You are not horrible for staying away. I have some mentees who have chosen to stay away from their baby daddy, and I see them healing and getting, better by the day and being more attractive for suitors who will now love them how Christ loves the church. Okay? Number 2, stop feeling sorry for yourself, because everything that happens in your life starts and ends with you. So if you are sorry for yourself, people know, people can tell. All them people who form an association of single mothers in the neighborhood, and they come and they talk about all the things they've been through, all the experiences. In fact, women should never have to be parents alone. Being parents, it's a lot of work for both men and women. As a husband and as a wife living together, having a child is a lot. Talk more of doing it all alone. Don't make your life be all about the fact that you're a single mother. It's not an identity. It's not a race. It's not a culture. Being a single mother is simply an experience. This means that if you want to enter into a beautiful relationship, you must stop associating yourself as being a baby mama, or some people literally have baby mama on their bio on Instagram. When I see it, I try to understand. Are you saying that you are happy to be a baby mama? You are excited that all your child will know and have is you? It is never God's agenda for us to live like that. So if you're a single mother, don't feel sorry for yourself. Don't make it your identity. You have a child and that's fantastic. People who know you should know that you have a child. Another thing is, I was on one case with someone. So I was counseling someone who had a child with her previous husband. So she's a divorcee. And she's now with someone else here in the UK, and it's a beautiful love relationship, only for him to propose to her and she had to come out and say, I have a child. And I was asking her, did you not know that this guy genuinely likes you for you to tell him all along? Saying that you have a child this last minute, do you think it's easy for him to comprehend? So the idea is not that you will lie about the fact that you have a child. It's just that you're not making it your identity, okay? I saw one TikTok post where a single mother was breastfeeding her child on TikTok. Now I said, all right, maybe she's happy that he's finally taking breast milk, whatever. So I went to her page. She had over 1,000 videos on her TikTok of her breastfeeding her baby. And this is not a 1-year-old, not a 3-year-old. Her baby is about 4.5 and she's still breastfeeding him, posting on TikTok with the whole circumference showing, with the whole landscape showing, not just, how mothers breastfeed in public, with everything showing. You can tell that she's made her life everything that has to do with the fact that she's a mother. Being a mother is a blessing. In fact, I don't even think she's even making her child be everything and She's simply trying to get attention with the fact that she has a child. So she's showing men what they're missing if they don't come to her. I feel for her baby boy. I feel for him. Imagine growing up and you're working in an oil company and then someone comes into the office and says, oh, have you seen this video of Frank? His mom was breastfeeding him 30 years ago. I can't even imagine the embarrassment. So please do some things, thinking of your children's future, all right? Think of their well-being in the society and their association. Don't just make them a laughing stock or something to laugh about or talk about by everyone, all right? That's the second thing I want to tell you. Number three is so important. Yeah, you can still choose a life of purity even after having a baby outside wedlock, sleeping around, or being married before. Whatever it is that was in your past life, you can still choose to live a life of purity. You know that celibacy is not the same as purity. I hope you people know. So celibacy is choosing not to have intercourse, right? Purity is choosing not to live by your flesh, but by the spirit. So even watching porn, you are not involved. Looking at videos online and what they call it, sexting. All of that is not purity. As long as you are thinking of it, you are associating yourself with conversations about it, you are not pure. So I want you to know, because I had the conversation with someone. I went to have dinner with a single mom one time, and she was telling me that every new guy she meets is saying, but you have a child. Why would you say you want to keep yourself till marriage? And I'm thinking, oh my days, this generation of people who think that you cannot choose to live right after living wrong in the past. No, it's like someone coming to say, I used to be a thief, but now I choose not to steal again. And we are telling him, oh yes, just steal this my phone now. You wouldn't do that with people who steal. Why would you do that with people who had sexual perversion? If someone says they used to have sex before outside marriage, were married before, and crazy stuff happened, you can't tell them to choose not to keep it pure anymore. So I want you to know, single mothers, that you can stand by the fact that I am not having sex until marriage. Even after having a baby, you can have 3 children and choose to please God. Do you know why? Because usually, and I know someone who had the same experience. So she had a child at 16, and at 22 she met her husband, and she was saved at the time. She was now saved. She said she would not sleep with him till they get married. Thank God he was a guy that was born in for God. He married her and they started to have kids. They have been married for 17 years. I know her personally. You can choose purity. The fact that you have children or a child outside wedlock is not a reason to say, yes, let me sleep with the next guy who says he likes me. Please be deliberate. For the sake of your children, for the sake of your child, keep yourself whole. Decide not to live a flippant life anymore. Decide not to just take everything the way they come. Look and look well. And I always say this, if you've had a bad relationship before, you stand a greater chance not to have another bad relationship if you get healing, if you get counseling. So because you already know how men who don't love you react, they complain about everything, they never tell you you look good, and you also know some things that were wrong with you that you can now correct. So if you had a bad relationship before, you can have a better one now. I want us to know this. Because people say, oh, my relationship was bad, so I kept dating the same kind of men in a circle. No, you need to break out from that circle. Break out of that circle. All right? You can choose to live a pure life, even though you were the queen of having sex when you were married to your previous husband. You can now choose to keep yourself holy and whole for the man that God will bless you with. And I just want to give you this extra bonus tip to make sure that you are making the most of your life. When people meet you and you tell them that this is what you've been through, let them doubt it. Let them say, are you kidding me? You were in a toxic marriage. Are you kidding me? And you are this whole, you are this excited. You have this joy of the Lord. Are you really? Let them be that way, because you've worked on yourself. You've healed. You've gotten therapy. You've gotten counseling. You've read books on healing. You've asked God to heal you. You have deliberately made changes that when you actually open up to some people that are getting to know you, they won't believe the pain you've been through. I recently experienced this with someone. So I went to see one of my mentees somewhere else in the UK, and I spent some time with them, and she was telling me some serious things that she went through in her previous marriage. She happens to be a single mom, and I couldn't believe the growth, the healing, the excellence that she has now chosen to apply to her life, even after being through so much pain from her previous marriage. Let people doubt your pain. Not that they can tell that you are already bruised. No, I can't even be with that girl. She has problems. She's crazy. She's always fighting. She thinks I'm lying. You're not healed. When she told me all she had been through, even some of what she'd been through, I was jaw dropped. So deliberately come out of that season. I would say if you desire to get married, then associate yourself with married mothers, not single mothers. All right? This is your choice to make, but I would say that you make sure that you're around people that are experiencing something positive, that they can even influence you. Not that you are with people who are jumping from one man to the other and you say you want to get married. You want to be in a wholesome home. All right, I will see you in my next video. Until then, remain beautiful, remain in love. Remember to share this video with all the single mothers you know. I know that everyone who is a single mother who sees this video is going to decide to live above everything they've been through and go from trauma to triumph. Bye-bye.